Hello. What's going on, everybody? I just want to wish you a happy Easter and hope you're doing fine on this glorious day. Since the last video, a great many things have transpired since then. So we've got multiple live scrolling segments later on to showcase, unadulterated scrolling, neuroticism and mayhem, all of which I describe as large, using that word in terms of character progression. I mean, everything, literally everything just neatly falls into place this session and it just feels perfect. Just a perfect start. No issues or roadblocks in sight whatsoever, and I'm in total cruise control right now. But it's these two game updates we had that are the truly major things. We've got the Easter event and the Balrog PQ. They just dropped that Balrog thing on us earlier this week. So I'm gonna be talking your head off for a minute here about both of these. As for the Balrog PQ, it's that level 50 to 70 version from JMS, I believe, and it had those powerful Balrog weapons and the fur glove that you can scroll for weapon attack. The only major thing I can recall is that DR animation, because I think the horns they'll combust into flames and there'll be a red magic circle with cross chains and the sword that drops downward to the center. That's the animation. So once you recognize that, it should be pretty easy to dodge, just tap your attack button. The death counter is 5 total, I think, so every death matters, and trying to attack through the damage reflect will probably equate to death, since our damage won't be nerfed inside, and I think recognizing that animation is the key for this fight. As for shoulder accessories, they got their debut this update, so that was game shaking in a way. I give the devs A+ for bringing us amazing game content. That was, probably not easy to obtain or program. We've also been asking for this for a while too. But I have to give them C- for delivery, because all that us players had to go off of was a release year and like silhouette teasers, that we instantly recognized as Pink Bean and Balrog. We didn't know much else. Just 2025. And I'm saying this because our devs, they're no slouches, and wouldn't we have had an infinitely more lively and off-the-chain day one release if we could have adequately prepared by knowing the release month as well? I'm not asking for a day, just a month. They could have built huge hype levels by giving us knowledge of the month, and we'd be ready, excited, and waiting with our pre-made level 75 to 99 characters. I mean, I'd heard it from one of my friends, and then I'd tell all my friends, then their friends would probably tell their friends, and so on. It could have been so memorable. And I'll bet my channel, if it's worth anything, that we had fresh players putting in work, like their first character, and then they overshot level 100 PQ cap limit right as the patch was going live. I bet that happened. And now they've got to make mules if they want to try Balrog PQ now. These devs, they got to realize that they've built, a bustling metropolis that's occupied by Maple superfans. So in my humble perspective, they just wasted a 10k player count day one release. Assuming they even, wanted or could handle that from their logistics side. I mean, every game title, DLC, game-shattering patch, has had more substantial information for their players to go off of than a year of implementation. So why aren't we getting one? Why didn't we get one? I don't really have actual deep-seated issues with it, just genuinely curious why they did it that way. But in any case, everyone I know is scrambling hard with their Balrog shoulder mules. So making this buck of ours now kind of sets us up for success later if we want to make more characters on this account. But moving on, we got Easter here, which is kind of one of the more fun and memorable events from my gamer standpoint, just because of all the team interactions, charismatic NX, that's very valuable at the same time. Just so much to do. I like this event a lot. But later on, or for most of this episode, we do LPQ, lots of it. Perhaps a little too much, go overboard, because we kind of just rush out those 20 PQs in 2 days, less than 2 days. But we're rewarded with a highly unusual stat roll on our cracked classes, so that was very nice. And just overall, some large events happened this session. Multiple runs of Scroll and Luck. We bought our Zakum helm, just try to showcase the buyer perspective. Just so many things to talk about that I want to, but not sure if we have the time to go too much into detail, because I'm already kind of rambling here. And real quickly, I just wanted to say, thank you all for the positivity I've been seeing with Bucced Up, and it's been kind of unprecedented and ignited a fire in me in an encouraging kind of way, because that's just super awesome just to see all that. Makes me want to make more videos, because the numbers exceeded even our Iron Man Zakum video, the solo, which I thought was the extent for the most I'd ever achieve in terms of positive audience engagement with everyone watching here. So just so you can hear it directly again out the horse's mouth, just want to say, thank you all very much, That's just so awesome. Alrighty, and I'm gonna get back on topic here. And what you're seeing here is the Egg PQ, which is a part of the Easter event as a whole. Exclusive event to the location we call home here. It's a 4v4 format, and I think it's undergone some balancing adjustments over the years, like automated matchmaking systems for a composition of one range and 3 members every time. because I think match outcomes were sometimes decided before, they began, when a team had more ranged members than another, and when they were like kind of pit against each other, since ranged classes kind of have inherent advantages over melee, especially Sins. And I don't think I need to state the obvious on why. Just total control over those broad platforms with the best spawn rates, and they can outmuscle any melee competition. So rules are default attacks only, and the objective is just to collect as many gold eggs as possible by killing these egg mobs. Whoever's got the most gold eggs in 5 minutes is the winner, and they get 25 bonus ribbons. So these yellow eggs, they drop 1 golden egg only, and they take 3 hits to break. Green eggs drop 1 to 3 golden eggs, they take 5 to break. And the polka dot eggs, I think they drop up to 5 eggs, and they take 7 hits total to break. If an opponent's trying to squeeze you off a platform, I found that you can kind of try to take half the hits plus 1 on the eggs so that you can establish drop ownership. So they actually kind of end up helping you kill the eggs faster as a way to kind of trick and outplay them. But yeah, this is a PQ that a lot of people have strong opinions on, I found out. But my general consensus is I've always had fun here. Just playing this PQ win or lose by just how fixated I get on just getting big mob clumps. It's fun. And my main strategy is just hitting as many eggs as I can all at once, getting them to follow me, and then once I got them in a nice mob ball, I punch them down in succession somewhere safe where I won't get KV'd off the platform. And kind of unlike what this comment suggested, melee's not that helpless here. They're not totally underwhelming, because my all-time record was 81 eggs, and to their credit, I did get like 160 on range as my all-time highest. But as a few tips, pointers, just make sure you always have a faster speed weapon like a fruit knife or Pigs Illustrated in my case. Make sure you don't pick up that speed buff until the current one you have on is blinking and about to expire, just to maximize the time you have, with that extra speed. Make sure you have a plan before you go moving and rotating the map, because it's easy to get lost and lose track of what your mission is, which is to spend as much time attacking and collecting eggs as you can. But yeah, just try to have good etiquette and be a good neighbor. I probably just frown upon staying hop on an opponent's 6 and harassing him all the 5 minutes straight. Probably look down on stealing and looting eggs that don't belong to you, opponents and teammates alike. And oh yeah, communicating, it's pretty underrated, I think, as well. Like, I can see it by a score gap and just how the team moves around the map. It's pretty obvious, but definitely skill-based, and even a slight advantage can give you the victory in the end. So that's what I like the most about it. And right here we're going to be touching more on the event, kind of reward and exchanges, all that. So shifting on over to event exchanges, here we have the Easter ribbons, and all those golden eggs got converted to Easter ribbons, so we can exchange it for all sorts of goodies here. For the growth powder, you can take that and add it to the egg that Lazy Daisy gives you, and I think it takes 5 total to hatch it. And upon hatching it, it can reward you possibly with an oversized beret or oversized cardigan NX item, I think. And those are, pretty highly sought after, high demand at all times. 800 mil I've seen for one of them, I believe. We also have those Neckerchief Fascinator NX items, those hats. I've seen them selling for 100 mil. I think there's like a seller premium if you can manage to get a full set with all the colors, but yeah, there's money in that, I think. As for the chairs, the tradable ones, they hold value, but I'm not sure the buyers are guaranteed. You might have trouble finding one sometimes. And 1.2 times coupon, that speaks for itself. I think it's overpowered. It's deceptively overpowered, from our previous playthrough, have we learned? And event pet, nothing too special there. Maybe just for a collector. But yeah, that ribbon exchange for the growth powders, that's my main focus, because I'm a fan of the cardigans and I like the oversized berets, and they're big money. I want to get a wardrobe with every color. That's my goal. So moving on, we have this bunny event. I don't know what it's called, Lunar event. But right, there's a jump quest. If you get through it, you unlock a spaceship. It's temporary. It takes 10 MP to use, so it's different from the taming mob skill, and you can't use it on ropes. It's pretty fast though, 170%, and you can get pre-70, so I definitely recommend it. Lasts for 2 weeks, I think. Goes up to 2 levels. I don't know how you level it up though. But yeah, this JQ is pretty simple. It makes you want to rush through it because it seems so easy, and that'll lead to a reset, at least for me. But the next part is just collecting the fruit, the moon fruit. Just equip the pole arm and try not to fall, and get to the top as fast as you can. Try not to run out of time. I think you need 30 for a chicken ring. It's like an NX cosmetic ring. I guess we'll just get it for completion. Yeah, we'll be LPQ in here pretty soon, and I'll include like a quick guide on that. And we also include the JMS method, the one I was talking about before. So that'll be fun.
Basically, it all takes place in the hippocampus.
And so begins our LPQ spam. This is just a legendary PQ. Just, I think defines those early days of Maple, because it Reminds me of my 32 Ice Lightning that had 20 strength on it because I wanted to use war equipments. But the music inside is what really tickles my hippocampus, man. Because I wanted to take this part here to go down memory lane in favor of talking about how the PQ works, since it's all pretty simple. Just kill X monsters or break boxes to collect the passes. And we do JMS Box Method this run, but I won't be attempting an in-depth explanation or anything on the JMS Box Method since I don't really know how it works myself. So I actually got to chat with y'all in game, and that was, quite a cool experience. But can't remember if we did any LPQs together because of either bad timing, full boat situation, or something like that. But if that was the case, I hope we can do some content later in the series. And if not the PQs, I'm always down to boss as well, as you know me. But before stage 2 starts, I ask all but one member to remain in stage 1, so that one person can move forward to break the warp box before everyone else kind of goes to the next stage. Because breaking that box will suck everyone else in the map inside with it. The only way I think he loses PQ is if a pass drops and gets obscured behind a wall or object and disappears, or through bad teamwork, I think, so pretty hard to mess up. But I remember back in the old days, there was a method to smuggle out tickets in GMS. It involved something like unplugging your modem or router, and then you would just disconnect. And then once you rebooted up your internet and you log back in, you're in the exit map, but your tickets were all intact. And going out the portal didn't take away passes in that older version. So you could just build up 300 tickets and then just speedrun a dozen LPQs in a row. It was awesome. But the levels were so fast, especially back then for those standards. But trying it here, you probably get banned pretty fast because you got a lot of witnesses unless you muled it. So I can't recommend you trying. And yeah, don't advocate for it. I was a little bit worried here that LPQ would be like a dead PQ, and I thought I needed to mule my Night Lord, but that turned out to be totally untrue, and we were actually 6 more often than not, a full 6. So coming up here, I had a comparison of the GMS versus JMS Box Method. I sort of know it by a monkey see, monkey do basis, so if something were to go wrong in the process, I wouldn't know how to recover from it. Our guy here said it's 20 to 30% faster, I think, but I couldn't find any official literature online about it. Like, he used the word staircase a lot to describe the movements, so I guess try to remember the word staircase. But in any case, I'm only showing a small segment here because I've forgotten everything already. Like, I'll place the full part on ×1 speed at the very end if anyone, here watching is keen on hearing this guy's full explanation and trying to learn the JMS box method for, yourself. But yeah, closing thoughts here on LPQ are that it was a crazy good experience, but keep in mind I wasn't doing Golden Richie at the time either because I had a misconception that I was too weak to kill the pigs, so a shame we could have gotten more levels there. At the end we get a sick 3 luck bis eye accessory, the crack glasses, which will bite us through till the Toad headband. We got a nice small snack of red and yellow ciders from the bonus stage, so happy about that. But the PQ wasn't hard like it was in 2007 playing, on the frontier with limited knowledge, having slow levels, and, wearing bad equipment in today's standard. But it's all impossible to replicate, I think, on an accelerated server for a game so old. So this was nice, regardless. And the networking here was spot on to Old Maple, and that's kind of why I play here. Because I went from 0 to 18 buddies from LPQ alone. And that's the core foundation of Maple in my opinion. Finding your first guild and beating your friends in PQs and staying friends with them, so you do content with them all the way up to the late game. So I'd rather play with new friends that I met here instead of speedrunning through levels for the purposes of this character at least. And I've been pumping the brakes slightly on levels in that regard, which is good timing because we have some things to play catch up on. Like we gotta get married for APQ to do that daily as soon as our new buddy logs on. We gotta knock out a couple area boss quests with the correct Olaf, active. Start gathering Illenia HP quest items ahead of time and just hit PQs that we missed. So I'm sure this list will keep growing, so I better start knocking them out now before we forget something. Right here we got done with the LPQs. Those 20 PQs are finished, exchanged for some cool glasses and satiated that PQ nostalgia. So I'm feeling pretty satisfied right now, albeit a little tired. A couple of us have made plans to stay within a similar level range to do kind of all the PQs at the strength level they were intended at, I guess. So here I transferred over a bunch of scrolls, and we have like 12 knuckle 30s to play around with, so I'm pretty pumped about that. And I'm thinking right now that we gotta elevate and try to take this character up several notches, not just one, several. So that means Dex Zakum helmet, I mean. We gotta scroll strength and dex gear loadout, no more int gear, and we have to scroll a Gobi leech like brawler tier of powered knuckle. So we're gonna cut to a voiceover real quick here, along that kind of line of thought. Hey yo, what's poppin' y'all? Kind of at an awkward level on the brawler, I think, because we're at level 48. I've done so much LPQ, I'm so sick of it. Can't do another run right now. And we're not high enough level to do OPQ because that's 51 plus, I believe. not high enough level to do LMPQ, Looney Maze, and not high enough level to do Romeo and Juliet either. So we can either quest. There's a lot of great quests right now, like the area boss quests that I would love to hit, because that'll also knock out Olaf. But right now I just need to kind of buff up myself a little bit with the better knuckle. I want to go for that Stormfinger to level 43 knuck. It's going to come from this little squirrel creature here. It's kind of far back, second to last, so this is not going to drop too often if this table's right. The drop, I mean, the database says crew also, that pirate thing here, but I don't see it on the drop table, so I'm going to assume that is false info. Chief Craze too, but I don't have enough cards to see. Then it's Dark Rashes, which drop them fairly often, I think, because I got a whole bunch of them that I NPC'd like a dummy. I didn't keep any on the Iron Man. So kind of far back, but not too bad. If we stay here a while, we could get some, but they're level 74. So then again, it's not really an option. Dual Ghost Pirates, once we get here to level 87. These don't even matter. I can't hit them. It would just be for my Night Lord if I wanted to cheese one of these out. I'll probably do it if I can't get one in a reasonable amount of time, because I am trying to link up with an OPQ party, get to 50 so I can play with them. But yeah, that's my thoughts for here. See you when we get back. So that's the plan of action I came up with, and we head down to Mulung to hunt those chipmunks. So the move the Dojo struck as I kind of landed, and I shoot for 100 points here. This gives me kind of a better understanding of the iframes with the corkscrew below and backspin below as well, and made me fairly certain that I could kill the Scorpion with enough patience, and as long as my MP didn't run out either. But I just opt to leave at 4 points and just do those present bite sizes as a method to get to 100 points. I think that would be the most efficient, but once we get to the chipmunks and as I'm killing them, it occurs to me that I'm going to have a lot of decks soon, so I could go for a more powerful normal weapon like the Fury Claw at 50. I've got a couple Fury Claws sitting in storage, so the Knuckles is taken care of, and we can move on to our next step of grabbing at least 10 Helm Deck 60s from these Master Chronoses, and to add them onto our existing stack, along with some 70s that will bring in a Zakum in case we have like a Helm relooting or scrolling failure situation. So we have to purchase another run, just keep it at 1. We have our LPQ friend helping us a lot on their main, which was kind of a big help while I was multitasking the event. And then we go and grab her +1 to run through a couple dojos together. The other guy here was like a brand new player and wasn't aware of like how awful Bana survivability is pre-Mesoguard, so he ended up dying a lot, and I could tell they're getting a little frustrated from just having to hang back and sit out at even Mushmom. So with the Mage Friend, we can get to Papa Pixie and have some more efficient point gain, and that enables us to grab our white belt. And here we go do our first Golden Richie treasure map. I was a little bit embarrassed of myself after seeing how easily these pigs go down and kind of questioning my strength, but then I thought that it kind of works out still in the end because these EXP eggs are pretty busted and might have gotten us to a higher level than I kind of want to play at right now. It's like 5% per egg, which scales to your level range up until a certain point. My only tip is to have just plenty of etc. space because the max stack is 1. It's like 1 per hour reset, roughly 5 compasses per level up. And I think that just makes leveling an idle game, and I actually like that. So we've deemed 50, and that means we can purchase APRs in the cash shop now. Go do that with all our saved NX, and try to get down to the minimum MP. I've also been learning a lot about this class as I've been researching it, and I realized that we are beyond okay, and that I don't even need to be worrying about this anymore, like the HP situation, as long as I remember to have Int Gear equipped. So just resetting MP into strength and showing our net HP gain per APR. I still don't think we can reach 19k by 170 with washing alone, and I'm sort of overdoing calculations for HP, but I think we're going to need HP from Alenia, Olaf, and Rails too, but I'm just grateful to have those options, and they'll get us pretty darn close to reaching that goal, I think. After this, it's going to be scrolling for the remainder, and that'll be a fun time. We'll be scrolling a Strength Overall and Cape, Dex Earring, Attack Gloves, Knuckles, Zakum Helmet, all sorts of important things for us, so I'm hoping we get the carrot over the stick this time. But here we go, and I'll catch up with you afterwards. I'm sorry, I forgot to hit the record button, but we passed this Knuckle 30 on this 56 clean Fury Claw, which we can wear once we get our Z Helm. We're going to buy service once we get this scrolling session done, but let's get this on. I don't think I'm going to 30 this again. It's going to be plenty good with just like 60s. I think we have a bunch of Knuckle 60s. Go. 60 this Please. 60s have been pretty bad lately. Yes, it worked. Okay. And this is our friend. She gave us like a bunch of scrolls and stuff. So very grateful. We've been kind of just like doing content, and we've got content lined up to party up as. It's nice. It's good to have friends. It's purple. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. Please, 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 please. Make it prettiest. Yo, that's beautiful. Did you see that? Oh, very nice, Shiza-chan. Very nice. Alrighty, sorry about that. That was some poor documentation. I just kind of slammed 60s, not thinking much. And then look what happened. And I forgot to record that 30% because we started with 12 of these knuckle 30s. So that first one passed, 1 for 1, and then 5 for 6 on the Fury Claw. That is beautiful. We only need 8 more decks, which we can get right now. I'm gonna scroll an earring for decks because we got a couple of these. Let's see how that goes. Because now our earring is just purely int, and we don't need to wear that at all times. So let's go. 5 slot. That's a 30% right there. Gee, I really don't know. It's not gonna risk it. That's a great success. More decks. Beautiful 4 decks. Come on. Hey, wow, this is lit. 60? We're 70 again. I'm gonna be so mad at myself if it blows up though. 60%. Oh, yes. Sick. That is just stuff. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss right there. Huh? Oh. But this is like contingent on MW, which I won't have at all times. So I guess technically I need 2 more decks. That's like pretty major. That's huge at this level. Because like a change that drastic in the late levels, yeah, don't come by too often. Not too frequent. Oh, and check this out. This is a really weird thing. I can go below our minimum MP. Because, what was it? I think our minimum is 1011 for a level 50 brawler. Look at that. That shouldn't happen. I don't think. Shouldn't let me lower it. But if that's the case, take another strength. Okay, there we go. And now we've hit our bare minimum. We're out of washes. So got 5 APRs for the next one. And I'm dilly-dallying. 2 more decks. Where are we gonna get it at? Overall. That's what we need to be doing. Level 60. It's too far away. But that's the only overall we got currently. Let's see what else we got. Oh, cape. Cape for strength. Let's get that. We've been getting so lucky. I'm getting real lucky this time. I'm digging it. Another pass. Another 60% pass. What are we like? Okay, these were 70s, so we were 4 for 4 on 70s. We're 6 for 7 on 60s. 1 for 1 on 30s. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about right now. This zone's gonna fail though. Gotta fail at one point. I think this one's gonna fail also. No, it passed. What on earth? This is too good to be true. Oh, what the heck? It worked. No way, no way. This is nutty. What? How are they not failing? Oh, wow. What the heck? 5 plus 5? 4 plus 5 is 9. We're 9 for 11. Alright, come on. Let's finish it strong. Ouch. It's okay. That's okay. Oh! Yo. 12 strength cape. Dang. That's alright. That is still better than having 12 int. You can get started on another one. Throw fresh 60 on this. Sweet. Okay. Nice. Beautiful. Alright, so we're in a position to slam more strength cape 60s on this, because we only need to get 2 more passes out of 5. And worst case, the odds should be like 3, so we should be getting at least a 2 strength upgrade. Probability is on point. Wow, okay, finally. We're getting good. We're getting good. Next we need to find a glove. A glove for our GFAs. Alright, just GFA 60s. Honestly, like anything is an upgrade. We won't be like a CPQ. Oh, my goodness. Crazy. Alright. It's still... Is 8 attack worth? Yeah, 8 attack's worth it. If this fails though, I might move on to another glove. Oh. Nope, we continue. Oh my god. We're invincible. We're invincible today. Invincible, unbeatable, undefeated. So I think our range went from like 200 to 650 or something like that. Awesome. And we got 20 AP we're saving to put into HP. Yeah, what's up? We just passed over some belt hundreds. That's where we're gonna get the 2 decks covered at. Alright. And we'll just simply do this. Cool. Now we are rocking and rolling. I am restored my power. Although 4.4k level 50, it's a little bit concerning still, but because I don't think we're gonna have like 19k by level 180. I think we'd be kind of hard pressed to get that. But all in all, I'm having fun. I'm having the easiest time of my life, which is the opposite of the Iron Man. Like everything went perfectly this time. I don't want to speak too soon because there's some things I want to scroll. We do have some knuckles. So yeah, let's get rolling on that because we have these knuckle 30s. We got to use some. This could be good. Huh. I am pushing my luck. Not just yet. We'll start off with a 64. Maple Golden Claw. Ah, missed the boomed. Boom, boom. That's okay. 1 for 2. And now. Man, it'd be kind of lame if it just exploded as well. With the independent odds, it doesn't even matter. Quite literally makes no difference, according to the game. I don't think. Go, one more time. 30, pass. Dow. Too bad. Too bad. Got some 10% knuckles. See how the 10%s go. more. One more. Okay. I'm actually need them later probably, so let's not waste them all. Oh shoot, the white fangs. That's what I was forgetting. Watch this. White fangs, level 90, 78 blue tag. I think it's one below perfect, I think. Cool. One below perfect. Got the 30 to pass on it. Boom. Boom, baby. Holy crap. That's crazy. 3 strength, 83 weapon attack. That's incredible. Do it again. Two. Ah. That's what I get. That's what I get. That's alright. Because this Fury Claw is gonna like carry us for a good portion of the game. And events coming up, so we can pyrope it up, get more pyropes, and just try to scroll again. Because we got plenty of knuckle attack 30s, I mean. Well, wraps it up here for this one. So now we got the Zakum pre-quest lined up to do, which we're waiting up on a buddy to do it together. And I'm not really trying to show like a tutorial on how Zakum Helm service works, but more like a buyer's perspective, if that'll be like of any use. Since I figure most players here are in active guilds that are Zakum viable, and you know, being in that kind of guild, you'd have the perk of unlimited free Zakum reloots, you wouldn't have to buy them. But yeah, just real quick here, we're getting the daily free growth powder hormone quest out the way, and growing our chicken to full adult size in like 2 days, like how they're making chickens nowadays. Make a stop over in Shawa to accept all the light bulbs we see, and pick up a handful of bathrobes for our next scrolling move, which is coming up next. And we got so lucky this day, and our results really set that high benchmark I was looking for. Like, we're gonna have to keep upping our gear, and the gear we currently have is gonna make the first upgrade at least somewhat interesting, I think. So something special was going on this day, and we go and try to catch some more of that scrolling tailwind. A couple more scrolling segments coming up here, so I'll see you when we get back. Alrighty, so here we go. Got a bunch of bathrobes. I think we're just having too good of a run right now. We gotta take full advantage, see if this is real life or not. So what the plan is to drop these overall strengths, because it's better than wearing an overall all the time. I do have a strength overall 30 here, but I'm gonna save it for something special. This one here ain't kind of good enough, I don't think. So 60. Naturally, you know, today is just too good. Too good. Oh. It's okay. Still be good. Okay. Yes. More. I need some more. Okay. If one more fails, I'm gonna just abandon this rope. So let's go. Nice. Okay, this is awesome. Do I have any 70s? Nope. Come on. 2 more. Shoot. It ain't worth it. That one is done. Next one. Okay, nice. Darn. Let's try again.
I try to remember, but whenever it keeps coming back to me, I feel as if my memory is paralyzed.
That one was still like oh god. Why do you do this?
I don't know.
Maybe I should have picked up more bathrobes. Let's get 10 in a row. 10 in a row, I'm feeling it. Oh gosh. Okay. One more try. One more shot. Oh my god. I was about to say, I got one shot. Make it count. Okay. Come on. Oh. Okay, it's kind of evening out now. That's alright.
I don't know.
Let's just see how lucky we get. because it could still end up as 16. Yep, and it's dead now. Let's finish up the first robe. I think 14 will be the best we can kind of manage at this point. Alright, thank goodness it passed. Let's check it out. Let's check it.
What is the last thing you can remember?
50. Not too bad. I dig it. Okay. I'll pick up some more clean overalls and then we can kind of try to mess around maybe with a dex overall if there's some kind of accuracy or knuckle situation that it might help remedy. I don't know. But since I got the last strength equipment, I think, piece of a kind of attack, instead of a int set, we're gonna go just, I guess, try to hunt some gold teeth. I have to be careful to not over level here, because I kind of went overboard. It's just been too easy, to be honest. Just no sweat. Everything's been going our way, and this should be very smooth. I'm gonna buy 15 gold teeth, I think, because I just do not want to hunt 30 teeth. That's gonna take 3 hours tops, but you know, it just sucks. Every time it just sucks. So I'll buy 15 and I'll just farm the other half. Probably gonna have to be on my Night Lord or something, just because it's gonna overlevel me if I do my brawler, and we'll go find a seller for the service and go take care of that. Scroll at home for decks, because we got all that kind of locked and you know, loaded, ready to go. All according to plan. One more scrolling session in right now is yeah, what I was gonna say. Looking at some knuckles here. I mean, this, I think an 84 KC is a perfect, right? 84 KC. Because I think 88 DSC is the best. But yeah, these aren't very expensive, which is kind of strange. It looks good. But here's a knuckle 30. Let's see what we got. Hell yeah. 84, 3 straight. What is going on today? We're invincible. It's got 94 potential. I don't know. We'll just call it here. I don't think I need to do anything drastic right now. So we're getting to the final stretch here, and it's time to get helmed up, and we found a seller offering a VIP 130 mil 2-run service that we take him up on. Currently the cash out buying a pet for that auto pet HP, because with our overwatched HP it'll be like a failsafe. And we have one more big scrolling session coming up, so I'm gonna leave you all once again in this part, and we'll talk again at the end, and hope you enjoy. 6 helmet deck 60s. Let's just see what happens. We're gonna be scrolling in here. Congrats to that person. Ooh, 5k NX card. Good for them. Let's see what we get. Something really above average, please. 6, that's terrible. Good strength. Not good enough. 17, 15, 17, 16. Reroll? Let's try a reroll. Shouldn't have done that. Alright, it's gonna be run number 2 coming up now. Got the package deal for I think 130 mil for 2 runs. I probably should have tried to scroll that 17 strength 15 dex helm last run. At least try to, because this is kind of all in for today. If we don't get any like remarkable helms, we'll just kind of have to try again another day and have like at a cost of 130 mil, I mean. But just that 15 or that 17 15 was just too average of stats. So I want to shoot for something like 18 strength, 16 or 17 dex. You know, there's always that 20 plus stat line that you can roll. I've seen that maybe twice, and I was never receiving it. You know, it was always a buyer getting that. Congrats to them. Okay, I'm gonna pick these up right now. Wow, this is a wet run, I think. That's not good. Bad. 16, 13. 15, 17. 15, 17, 15, 17. 15, 17. I'm gonna risk it. Drop that. Come on, where are the blue tags at, yo? Okay, we have to try to scroll with this. 470s. Okay, good. 1 pass. 2 pass. 2 more 70s. Holy cow. 1 more 70 and then we go to 60s. Oh! Holy crud. That's so lucky. One more. Oh my god, it's always the 60s, dude. It's always the 60s that let us down. Good. Come on. Come on. Over 30 decks. Good, good, good. 2 more 60s. Oh, this is godlike. It's purple. It's purple. Too easy. So that's a wrap for number 3 of the series. This one's a little bit longer than usual, but there's just so much stuff I wanted to include. We got some big scrolls to land, and it went our way the entire way this time. Like, our character's actually useful now with a Gobi Leech tier weapon, and we will be completely safe on HP far beyond Horntail. So if we do run into any HP issues, we'll have maybe between levels 170 or 160 to 180 to solve them, so we'll have plenty of time. And right now I've got some turbulent things going on in life, so it'll probably be some time next month for the next upload. But I've got some of the footage lined up, and it'll mostly just be the editing. You know, again, I just want to say thanks again for checking out the series, and, you know, especially if you're still this far in. So yeah, I genuinely appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time.